Tim and Carrie Kerfeld, dairy farm here in central Minnesota. Milk about 300 head, 4 robot Lely A5 robots, about 600 acres of land that we produce most of our feed on, and we end up purchasing some feed. Farm here with our family, 5 kids, 4 boys and one daughter that started on her own dairy farm here just a year ago.
I think we're proud that we've got family, yes, and we've got grandchildren that are involved, some even little ones. They're going to take over some year too.
Positives are raising kids on the farm are showing them how you get milk from the cows, the cycle of life.
I'm studying diesel mechanics and I'm learning about hydraulics and electrical. I got an interest from my dad, helping him work on equipment around the farm.
The things I want to do after high school is diesel mechanic and see if I can go onto the farm some more.
Our custom work started when we built the freestyle barn.
Yeah, it was kind of a way to try staying on a manageable level at the dairy, but yet add some extra income.
So the year after college, I worked for another custom harvesting crew that we did forage harvesting on a larger scale, manure hauling and pumping. So I brought the manure pumping back to the farm, and now we do our own, and then we do one neighbor and my sister's new farm.
Tim's got a lot of patience, so he's really good with the kids and teaching them, and that kind of taught the kids the love of the machinery and enjoying that part of farming.
We have kids that want to come into the business. You got to have more income to help support that other family coming in. With doing that, we can put the automation in and add cow numbers in to get some income to help support another family.
Our farm has a lot of sandier soil on hilltops and more variable, so the cover crops help with the sandy soil to keep it in place, versus if you're in low ground or heavier ground, you don't necessarily need the erosion control. We have been planting rye as a double crop for forage, and then planting sorghum the following spring after we harvest the rye. We usually do that, plant the rye right after corn silage to break up the cycle of corn on corn. We have also mixed in some kale and radishes in some of the fields, but like this year it was too dry for it to grow, and then once we did get rain for it to grow, it froze, so it didn't do what it was supposed to this year on some of the radishes and kale. In the spring, after we chop off the rye, we come in and put a layer of manure on, liquid dairy manure on, for the sorghum. A lot of our manure is applied in the fall. With the kale or the radishes, we put that on right before we apply manure, and that's supposed to help take in that nitrogen and then slowly release it the spring after.
Everything's different with cover crops. Every year is different. Some years it doesn't work at all. Some years it does work. Basically because either the crops got off late that we couldn't get it implanted in time, or the window ended up getting really late or really narrow of a window to get it in. Some of the other reasons why you use it is soil erosion. A lot of the hills that we have, try protecting that soil to keep it on the hills rather than having it wash away or blow away. And it's just it's another way to protect the environment.
And we're proud that they are looking at the same thing we were looking at to preserve the farmland and for the next generation. We got a couple more kids here. The little one over there might be milking cows in 20 years, who knows?